Hey YouTube, Ryan here. And Charles, before we kick off this prediction video for Money in the Bank, I have one question for you. Did you like WrestleMania? Because I thought it was just iconic. So many iconic moments, so many iconic matches. And not to mention, the Iconics won the titles.
Shut the fuck up and suck my fucking dick.
I would, but there's nothing there.
I can show proof on video.
Please don't. Yes.
I think I just pretty much scared away all of our viewers, but for the ones that were brave enough to stay, it's Money in the Bank time.
And as you did not tell by my sarcastic asshole tone, WrestleMania was iconic and it worked in my favor, with me actually kind of slaughtering both Charles and Ethan.
That is some bullshit, man. You pick like the most bullshit choice, and WWE wants to go with that most bullshit choice.
I did not pick the most bullshit choice. I picked the most logical. I usually pick with my dick half the time for the women's matches. You gotta think, they're not gonna keep Bayley and Sasha together. And look what happened. They found out Mania Day they were dropping the titles apparently.
It's not that, okay, yeah, granted me and Ethan did predict Bayley and Sasha to retain, but even if, they did not retain, I did not expect the other three teams to be the Iconics to win, so that took me, like that was the team I was probably the least expected to win, other than Natalya and Phoenix, so...
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The Iconics are the only real tag team there.
Well, Nia and Tamina were also kind of a tag team, but still.
Beth Phoenix and Natalya, Beth was just there because Tamina fucking punched her or whatever. Bayley and Sasha? Please, no. But going back to Mania, I just wanted to say both Battle Royales are bullshit.
I would have to agree. Like, none of the Battle Royale... I mean, okay, the Women's Battle Royale was actually not all that bad to me. It's just how
You kidding me? The Women's was bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. Well, as a match itself, it wasn't that bad. But I was talking about when, it looked like Sarah Logan actually won the match.
That would have been a better choice than Carmella.
Yeah, it's like, they really...
I'm sorry.
They played me really bad. Like, they had me believing Sarah Logan actually won the damn match.
Oh, they played everyone.
And then when Carmella came in, I'm like, no, I know where this is going. It's not finished yet, but I know where this is going, and that is bullshit.
Speaking of bullshit, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
I actually like that. I find that...
Oh my god, that was amazing. Just Scott thinking they won, playing with Kurt, and just the fucking roll-up.
And to finally Kurt Hawkins finally beating the streak at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Braun won just because it's Braun. I think the match that caught everyone off guard, though, was Seth and Brock.
Very much, because everyone wanted Seth to win, but
we all said Brock. Like, we all thought it was going to be Brock.
Yeah, like... It's pretty much the guy we believe was going to win versus the guy we want to win. And since we believe Brock's, well, like, none of us, me and you and Ethan, had absolutely all doubts that Seth was going to win this match. And then, holy shit, they actually did it. They actually pulled the trigger and made Seth Rollins Universal Champion within 3 minutes, too.
Not even 2.5 is the official time on Wikipedia. But yeah, we didn't think. I thought Seth, Kofi, and Becky were not all going to win. I thought it's going to be 2 wins and one of them are going to lose. And I just saw Seth as the weakest one.
I honestly thought, like, all three of these things happening, like it's too good, like something bad is going to happen, and I believe Seth was going to be the one, but they actually gave the fans what they wanted throughout this whole night, most of it, and have all three of these big title wins and advantage to the fans. Like, if I can give my honest opinion about this year's WrestleMania, okay, it was
better than last year's.
It's not exactly the best Mania when it came to the wrestling portion of it, exactly. With the exception of
Don't get me started on that.
With the exception of Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan, that was a great wrestling match, but when it came to the But when it came to the moments, as in the moments where WrestleMania moments where fans are going to remember because something they wanted to happen actually happened, is why I think this
something iconic happening.
Shut the fuck up. As in coming from, you know, Kofi becoming champion, which was the best moment of the night, the most heartwarming, to Becky becoming Becky 2 belts, and of course Rollins winning at the beginning. So
the funniest thing though, when Kofi won, and when he brought his kids into the ring, and his wife or whatever, I told my group, and I'm like, why the fuck is Leo Rush in the ring? What does Leo Rush have to do with Kofi? What? And I'm like, that's this kid, dumbass. I'm like, oh fuck, it is. But what was the other thing I wanted to say? Shane and Miz is kind of bullshit the way Shane won, but that was a fantastic match.
That was.
It gave us so many memes, including this one right here.
Are you talking about the one where Shane's dad, when Miz's dad put his fist up?
His dad squares up with Shane.
That pose was too fucking priceless.
And the biggest botch of the night, the main event.
Pretty much the whole damn match.
Oh my god.
Well, actually more like the end, especially the very end of the match, because after that match...
That was brutal.
After that match happened, I felt like did it really had to end there? Like it felt like it ended on such an awkward moment. You know, it didn't build up or to like a finisher. It just ended on a roll up, and that's because the referee botched the hell out of that moment and pretty much ruined.
Which I feel like that fine he got was well deserved. He
botched a very important, probably the most important match of this women's evolution to date, and he fucks it up real bad because he obviously could not see. And it's not like it's only like 2 inches off the ground. Like, it was obviously not on the fucking mat.
As much as I hate admitting it, Ronda did lift her shoulders up.
And I mean,
because apparently they went back and forth as well on this match at the last second to determine who's taking the pin. Because initially I heard it was Becky was supposed to submit Charlotte, but then I heard right after like the plan was for her to actually submit Ronda or pin Ronda. But since the referee fucked up, it was kind of like, wait, what the fuck has happened?
Yeah, that's why I felt like it's ended on such an awkward, out of nowhere moment, because the referee just fucked up like that.
Fucked it up, yeah.
Who knows how much longer this match was supposed to be? How much more stuff was supposed to be? And heck, we didn't even know if Becky was even supposed to win off of Wanda.
Becky was supposed to win.
Oh, well, I know Becky was going to win, but was it supposed to be off of Wanda and not Charlotte? Yeah, and I will never know now.
Becky was always supposed to win. But I'm still unclear if it was supposed to be Charlotte taking the pin or Ronda taking the pin, because I've heard both stories.
Well, whatever. Honestly, I think the referee is fucking lucky he just got fined and not fired.
Oh yeah, for sure. But anyways, that is our route. Yeah, well, if you've made it this far, thank you for listening to our WrestleMania rant. If you didn't, if you didn't, that's okay. If you came from the timestamp, we'll leave now. If you clicked now on the timestamp, you just missed a Mania recap, what we liked, what we didn't like, and a shit ton of botches, pretty much. But this is Money in the Bank. And by the way, the score is 6-4, 6-2, or 6-3 right now?
It's been such a long...
Something like that?
It's been a long time.
It's something like that.
And like that, yeah.
And you're thinking, how the fuck is it 6-3, dumbasses? It's only the 5th pay-per-view of the year. Charles, want to explain to them why it's 6-3?
I think that's because I got an absolutely perfect pay-per-view prediction on the Royal Rumble. Am I right? Or was it... No.
Fastlane.
Fastlane, yeah. And if you get an absolutely perfect prediction, you get 3 points. So
if I can still make it up this year, considering there's another fucking 2 Saudi shows we have to do. But anyways, Money in the Bank. Yeah, same as usual. Charles and I will be predicting this card if you fucking don't know. Pre-show matches don't count. Instead of making bold-ass predictions, we will add a bonus match per se, or an extra point up for grabs, and we'll explain to them at the time. But as usual, pre-shows don't count, which means the tag team match of Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos for some fucking reason doesn't count.
But if I'm going to have to predict right now, Daniel and Rowan, just because.
It doesn't count for anything? I would have said Bryan and Rowan too. And then another pre-show contender is probably the cruiserweight, which is Nice versus Daivari.
And I'm just going to...
Nice would retain that.
Nice because you know, he's a new champion, he's still on the high, blah blah blah. So Tony Nice for me too.
A total of 9 matches. And yet again, if one of the matches get moved from pre-show to main, it counts. But yeah. Starting off, we have Becky Two Belts versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship.
Which both me and Ryan predicted is also going to be the kickoff match of the official show.
We both think this is going to be a kickoff match just because I don't think they're going to start Seth back-to-back on pay-per-views. That's just too mean.
And Becky has 2 matches this show, so I think they want to give
I'm just going to say right now the main event's probably going to be the men's Money in the Bank.
Maybe. I'll just see how much we go with it.
No, let's be real. The main event's going to be the United States Championship match.
The United States with Bray. I'm actually interested about that one, but we'll talk about it later. But
yeah. But yeah, we both think Becky Lacey is going to kick off the show. And before anything, Lacey's promo last night. What the fuck? That was brutal.
Talked so slow and just so uninterested.
It sounded like she was reading off a cue card continuously. Not even trying to remember her lines.
Maybe she was trying to, you know, act like she's talking down to Becky, like she's stupid, but I don't know, it didn't even feel like it's like that. It just felt so...
It was painful to watch.
Yeah.
But Charles, what do you have for this match?
I'm gonna say, you know, it's quite funny on how you could just start off your career as someone who walks into the arena, then walks back out, and then you get a championship match because he decked someone in the face. If it was that easy, I wonder why no one has done that earlier before. But anyways, I think Lacey does have potential to become a women's champion, but she is too damn new. And it's not like she's going off a high if, let's say, Paige, who became Divas champion the first night she was on the main roster. Like, it's like she isn't going on a high on Paige. So, I'm just saying, I think in a way they want to hold on to the Lacey the Becky Two Belts thing for a while, but I'll explain that later on. So I really don't see no way in hell Lacey is going to win. So I'm giving this to Becky Lynch.
Lacey's had what, 2 matches since what, her debut?
Let me see. Okay, how many total matches does she have? She has the Royal Rumble match. That's 1.
And a singles match against Natalya.
And I think that's actually it right there. So, other than that, she's just been walking into the ring, her theme song plays, act like a lady, talk like a lady, and it's like, fucking leave, so.
I mean, we can't really say shit on Lacey because she's actually had matches on like somebody on SmackDown right now. You know, like Lars Sullivan.
Oh, yeah, the one who just...
0 official matches since fucking, what, August last year? September?
I forgot when he was supposed to debut, but I think it was supposed, well... The August.
He was supposed to debut. I feel it was like he was supposed to debut earlier, but then he got pushed back and back. He was supposed to debut at Rumble and take Cena's spot. But yeah, I'm going Becky just because Lacey is still too new. She said 2 matches already get the fucking title match.
Yeah, pretty much nothing else.
Mostly Becky.
Yeah, so it's Becky. Yeah.
The Universal Championship match: Seth frickin' Rollins versus the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Match of the night. Match of the night. Oh boy, these.
I'm saying Seth. They're gonna run with Seth for a while.
Like, I feel like I'm being spoiled with this because Seth Rollins is my favorite on the current roster, and second place is honestly a fight between Styles and Pete Dunne. I guess you could say Styles is somewhere my number 2, of course. So, of course, this is gonna be a dream match of mine to watch. But anyways, AJ Styles is one of the most pushed wrestlers they have on the roster ever since practically his debut, almost. So, I do believe he will be Universal Champion one day. He will, but not tonight, because Seth Rollins is still on the high of being the Beast Slayer, of slaying Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania about a month ago. So I'm thinking I want to keep on with that high, so I'm giving it to Rollins to retain. But Styles will be champion one day.
Yeah, it just seemed Styles is just, he just moved to Raw and is already given a freaking title match. It's kind of messed up.
Yeah, but it's not like, you know, he wasn't, you know, like a jobber when he came in. He was probably the most pushed guy on SmackDown. So I guess it makes sense to give him a title match right away. I just don't think he's winning it as soon as he gets to Raw. Maybe like at SummerSlam or somewhere deeper down the line. But for now, I'm giving it to Rollins.
The Money in the Bank ladder match for the World Championship match with Sami Zayn for some fucking reason now. Well, apparently that was just because Braun's injured again. The one and only Ricochet. The Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. Former constable of Monday Night Raw Baron Corbin. Versus Ali. Versus Finn Balor. Versus Andrade. Versus Randy Orton.
Honestly, if anyone won this match that is not Drew McIntyre, I'll be surprised, because he's really the only one who I can see winning this match. Like, if Drew does not win, I'll be surprised. Like, it doesn't matter who else it is. It could even be Randy Orton. I would still be surprised it's not Drew. Like, if the winner is not named Drew McIntyre, I will honestly be super fucking surprised, because out of all these 8 guys, the one that is the closest to really getting pushed to holding one of the main titles is Drew McIntyre. So I'm definitely thinking, and they're still kind of on the high for him. Like his win-loss record is not the best right now, but it's still pushing him. He's still on the high. So I'm thinking to really try to push him more. I think they're going to give him the briefcase. So Drew McIntyre is my pick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not hard to tell that, but yeah, Drew McIntyre is my pick too, like Charles said.
What if they don't pick Drew McIntyre just to swerve us, and actually give it to fucking Sami Zayn of all people?
I have no idea. I feel like they will do it, but at the same time, they won't.
Yeah, now,
next up,
this one's harder to call.
Same match, but for women's. We have Natalya versus Dana Brooke.
Who's Dana
versus
Brooke?
Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus Mandy Rose versus Ember Moon versus Carmella.
This one, unlike the men's, actually a little bit hard to call for some people. But I was stuck between either Alexa Bliss or Mandy Rose. But honestly, I'm going to give this to Mandy, more to Alexa. That's because, as far as we know, Alexa, she might have been okay enough to wrestle some matches, and only do some certain moves. But I don't think she's like clear enough to wrestle as much as she used to do. So I think they might want to see and check her out to make sure she's okay to wrestle again. So I'm giving this to Mandy because not only is she more clear than Alexa, but Vince really wants to push her, and she's been getting title matches against Asuka back when Asuka was champion, and every time and about 2 weeks ago when there was a tag team match with Mandy and Sonya versus, I forgot what were their opponents, but Mandy was the one that grabbed the pin. So I'm thinking they want to give this to God's greatest creation, as Corey Graves says. So yeah, Mandy Rose is my pick.
This match, I mean, for me, I was kind of going back and forth on this. But let's be real. For my process of elimination, Lacey has no chance in winning. Which, Raw. So Becky's going to keep the Raw belt. And I feel like she's going to move over to Raw full time. Now with this fucking wildcard rule, it's going to be insane. But process of elimination for me. Natalya, she shows potential. But it's hard to pick women in this match. I'm not trying to sound really good. I'm not sound really arrogant and sexist. Natalya's a fantastic wrestler. From Calgary, I have to root for her. But I just can't see her winning this. Dana Brooke? You're telling me Dana Brooke is actually in this match.
And they'll just like completely fuck us over and actually make her win, you know?
Let me make one thing clear. Dana Brooke's only in this match because Sasha's a fucking crybaby. versus Naomi.
Who?
Okay, sis. Good luck.
I mean,
You ain't winning.
she could be a candidate. It's not like she's completely lost like Dana Brooke.
I can't see her. She's on Raw now. They're gonna have a SmackDown woman win it. Alexa Bliss, you mean the Raw Charlotte that gets handed every fucking opportunity? Bailey, has she even been relevant since? I mean, Ember Moon. I mean, she shows potential. I did pick her on Evolution's Battle Royale.
I mean, yeah, she could be a prime candidate. And in fact, I think if Mandy doesn't win, I think Amber will be my second choice.
You have the two-time Miss Money in the Bank Carmella going to go for the Triple Crown this Sunday night. Probably won't happen because of Corey Graves' situation, and still might punish her for that, even though I was back in fucking February. Which leads my pick to the Golden Goddess, God's greatest creation, Mandy Rose.
So we picked the same person for both the men's and the women's. Great, this is a fun prediction.
This is going to show how this just shows how predictable this is going to become again. A singles match against the big dog versus the master of the guitar, Elias.
I'm honestly kind of disappointed with this one, and let me explain why, okay? Vince McMahon says that he is high on Elias, and that he really wants to push him, and he has, what's the word I'm looking for? He has hope for him. He has potential. He has potential, right? When I heard that, I said that this is the first thing that popped to my mind. I said, in Money in the Bank, if Elias is either in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match or in a match against Finn Balor for the IC title, he's going to win. It does not matter which one it's going to be. He's going to either be Money in the Bank holder or the new IC champion. But no, he's neither. He's in this match against Roman Reigns, which is a guy that Vince has pushed to oblivion. So I don't really get the point of trying to put... I mean, unless he wants to do a surprise and actually have Elias beat Roman, but... look what I'm saying. Elias being Roman. So, that's why I was a little bit disappointed, because I honestly believe it wasn't either... Like, if he was in the Money in the Bank match, I would have picked him instead of Drew McIntyre, honestly, and...
Oh yeah, if he took out Randy and put in Elias, it would have been a lot better.
It would have been, yeah. But...
Because Money in the Bank, in the ladder match, no DQ, Elias has a guitar with him.
I would have honestly liked to see him holding a Money in the Bank guitar set, like he trades in the briefcase for the Money in the Bank guitar case instead.
Yeah, go back to the original Money in the Banks when they got to customize their own case. Like Edge, Jack Swagger. I don't know those two customized cases.
Yeah.
Like when you can customize your case, if they brought that back and Elias has that as a guitar case, that's fucking genius.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, I'm actually gonna go out on a limb and change it up because I feel like Charles and I have the same prediction for the rest of this. May as well let this one match completely change everything. Ladies and gentlemen, my pick, Elias.
And sadly, like, I mean, this might test on how much Vince really does want to push Elias. I don't know.
I'm gonna change it up a little bit.
I'm gonna give it to Roman Reigns. Why? Because it's fucking Roman Reigns. That's why.
I mean, he had his big win at Mania after leukemia when he came back. Shield's done. They might just say, Elias, you're in right now. Roman, fuck off. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. And now you're coming, why is it Becky Lynch again? Becky 2 belts, defending 2 titles, i.e. losing one, and it's going to be this one. So Charles and I discussed this match beforehand and how we're going to judge it. 2 points for this match, potentially. Because we both feel like women's Money in the Bank holders are going to cash in tonight at this match. We're not sure when. We both feel like it's going to be after the original match is done. So Charles, Becky or Charlotte for right now?
If I'm picking, I think they want to have Becky still be Becky 2 belts for probably the next few seconds or minutes. So I'm giving it to Becky Lynch to go over Charlotte again.
As am I. We're gonna have Becky versus Charlotte. Becky wins by doing whatever. Obviously, Becky and Lacey. I feel like Becky and Lacey is gonna be kind of like a 5, 6, 7, 8 minute match, something around there. just to start wearing Becky down. Becky, Charlotte should make a 10, 15, maybe even 20-minute match. I can't see it going more than 20, but I can see it being like 10, 15 maybe. That's going to really wear Becky down. Becky's going to do a cheap roll-up, whatever. 1, 2, 3. And then, since we both feel like it's going to be a cash-in, if there's a cash-in and we both say cash-in, we're both going to get a point, whatever. If one says cash-in, and you know, right?
Yeah, we're both...
Because we both say Mandy Rose. If she doesn't win, but there's a cash-in, I feel like that is a point deserved for each of us.
Yeah, because I believe whoever... Not just Mandy, though. Like, whoever wins the Money in the Bank a lot of match is going to cash it in on Becky.
I can't see the men's cashing in tonight on this pay-per-view.
Yeah, like the men's they'll save for later because they probably want to really, you know, what's the word?
Because look how long it took fucking Carmella to cash in last year. It almost took her, what, a year?
Yeah, somewhere around there. But I'm talking about, like, they probably want to build up Drew McIntyre holding that case for a while. But I think with Becky now having 3 matches on the show...
2 confirmed right now.
2, yeah, probably third, yeah. Now, even though I do say it's Mandy Rose winning Money in the Bank, I'm saying it doesn't matter who wins that Money in the Bank ladder match. They're going to cash it in on Becky practically right after this match. So, we're both saying cash in, as in... I guess you could say we're both about to say there's going to be a cash in after this, and the cash in, whoever that is going to win either the Raw or the SmackDown belts, depending. Alright, that's it.
Not Raw, because we both say Becky is going to win that clean.
So you basically say we both said cash in right after this match, and it does not matter who's going to win that Women's Money in the Bank match.
Which one of the 8? What are the 4 women? I guess because I don't see a Raw going back to SmackDown.
I think whoever wins this is going to gonna cash it in on Becky and take one of the belts away from her. So
this is gonna be the SmackDown belt for sure.
Probably, yeah, because I believe Becky is going to be staying on. Well, who knows? Maybe she's not going to be a Raw wrestler because this wild card bullshit. But
who fucking knows?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm giving it
and the only reason I'm saying Mandy is because I heard a rumor going around before Mania that post Mania Mandy is a champion, and she's in this match. She wins it, cashes it on her fucking tired ass Becky. 1, 2, 3, Mandy wins. Who comes out? Sonya. Heel turn Sonya. What Charles and I think is accurate, if Becky is declared the first winner and then a cash-in, 2 points. If Charlotte wins cash-in, 1 point. Because we both think Becky's going to be the original official winner, and then the cash-in is going to happen. But if it's just the cash-in, 1 point. Charlotte cash-in, 1 point. Becky cash-in, 2 points. Next up, the match I'm actually looking forward to. The Miz versus Shane McMahon.
What a swerve they pull on us at that WrestleMania. Oh boy.
That was one of my favorite matches of the night.
I believe that was going to be the end of the rivalry right there, and that's where Miz is going to be. And now that happened, okay, some of you might think I'm crazy here, okay?
You're crazy.
Yeah. I do believe they want to continue this feud all the way up to SummerSlam, okay? And at SummerSlam, that's where The Miz is going to beat Shane McMahon and get the last win, the last laugh, etc. But until then, I think they want to give Shane McMahon one more upset win, and then after this, The Miz is going to rank up his wins until it finally collides at SummerSlam to be their final match in this rivalry. So, I think in an upset, I'm going with Shane McMahon for this one.
Really?
Really, yes. I'm going with McMahon.
No, you're not.
I'm going with McMahon. Yes.
Seriously?
I'm seriously...
I feel like Miz is gonna have it.
I believe...
Miz has been... That's what I'm looking for. Miz has been fucking on fire, pumped up, and is ready to fucking kill the man.
That might be true, but Shane McMahon is also gonna fight back with fire, and... The Miz is... this rivalry is gonna end with The Miz getting the last one over Shane, but I do believe they probably want to have one more upset win, and this is where it's going to happen. So, I really, especially since matches that aren't normal single one-on-one matches are Shane's specialty, like this one. So I believe some shit is going to happen when Shane will cheat to win the match against The Miz. So I'm definitely giving this one to McMahon for, like, this will probably be his last upset victory. Okay, then maybe the rivalry will die down in a while, but during the SummerSlam season, it's gonna pump back up. But for now, Shane is going to win this. Is my pick.
I'm going Miz. I feel like Miz is gonna take one on Shane, and the tiebreaker is gonna be at SummerSlam or fucking Super Showdown 2. We have Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens.
What an interesting rivalry this has been. Yeah. We have the guy that unintentionally became WWE Champion at WrestleMania versus the guy that was supposed to face Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, but nothing confirmed yet if he was supposed to walk out champion that night. But other than that, this has been an interesting rivalry, from Kevin joining the New Day for like a week until he attacked him, and then have some interviews saying you will not be champion, was not part of the New Day, etc, 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 and was still on the complete high of Kofi Kingston having this very emotional victory. So I believe I'm going to go with them keeping Kofi as champion until SummerSlam, possibly SummerSlam, maybe till Survivor Series, I don't know, but I believe they're going to have him retain for now. So my pick is Kofi Kingston.
My pick is also Kofi. I feel like they don't know what they want to do with him so far, and just by fucking him over like that, it's kind of like a kind of a dick thing to do. But then again, it is McMahon. Next up, the match I'm not 100% looking forward to: Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio.
There has been some interesting things about this rivalry. It first felt like a very shoehorned in match of Mania, till now really becoming something personal, because Joe is putting family in the storyline like AJ, and in the last episode of Raw before Money in the Bank, Cesaro mentioned about how Dominic looks a lot like Samoa Joe, so I'm like, oh crap, they were gonna bring up this shit again with what happened to Rey and Eddie Guerrero back in SummerSlam in 2005, so I think this might come back all over again. But as of now, during this storyline, I believe, yes, at the end, Rey Mysterio will conquer Joe and become United States Champion, but as of now, the heel is going to dominate. So I'm gonna go with Joe for this one.
You're gonna go Joe?
Yes, I'm thinking they want to keep him as the heel champion until, like, Rey's probably going to take it off of him on a much bigger pay-per-view, possibly.
Oh no.
So yeah, I'm giving this to Joe.
Look at Samoa Joe's track record. He has been getting fucked, had a shit win at Mania due to Rey being injured, due to a fucking time constraint. Joe has been given the bitter end of the straw. Losing on TV, winning in a 50-second match. I feel like they don't know what to do with Samoa Joe right now. I want to give it to Joe, but my gut's telling me Rey's gonna take it off now. We already have one title change. I feel like they could do a second title change, but I want to keep thinking it's gonna be a nice, easy match with Joe retaining. Because going back to last year, we had, on the main show, we had one title change. You know what? I'm going to keep it on Samoa Joe.
So instead,
I'm back on history. I'm going to say Samoa Joe's going to win. This is the match I'm not too confident with. I feel it's safe to bet on Joe. So, and then have Dominic heel turn on his alleged father.
That's what a lot of people are speculating, but I'm not too sure about that, but...
Can you just imagine Samoa Joe is revealed to be Dominic's real dad all along?
Interesting. Revisit back to the whole Eddie and Rey thing from over a decade ago.
Yeah, this pay-per-view, I'm not really looking forward to it. It's kind of lackluster.
Like, the pay-per-view, this pay-per-view, it has potential to be okay, but I don't think it has potential to be anything more than just okay. Like, that's like, I think that's a problem with this pay-per-view. It might end up being okay, but I don't really see anything going up to that. It's either gonna be okay or a complete shit. Depends on how the matches go and how the booking goes. So, we'll see.
That is it for this pay-per-view prediction.
If you'd like to go and see some more of our predictions, you can see some of our crazy predictions and our crazy shit talk.
There's a 90% chance I'll stream the card Saturday. So my Twitch will be in the description. And yeah, thank you for watching. Let us know your predictions in the comments below. After this iconic pay-per-view.
Shut the fuck up. Right after this money taking, breaking, whatever punt, Money in the Bank pay-per-view.